Aquarius, welcome to your 5-card movie star spread. As per usual, you can click on the description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. I have updated the playlists. The playlists are organized by astrological sign with the most recent read, so last week's read, moving backward. Here we go. Lots of pentacles on the board here. You are putting your foot in the ground. No longer willing to sacrifice and not looking for a new perspective on what you have. This is your story and you're sticking to it. This is your view of the situation. You're sticking to it. You're not bending. You're not budging. You're not moving. You're on point. Because ultimately what you're doing is you're trying to protect your resources. Okay? Now when I talk about resources, when we get into pentacles, it could be health, it can be wealth, it can be time management. It could be a combination of the three. But ultimately you're like, nope, I need all this to be exactly the way it is and not change, so I am not going to let anybody push my boundaries. You suffered a very painful ending and you recognize that the worst is behind you. So if we're focused very much on resources, okay, it's almost like, because tens, you have two tens on the board here. Tens are about endings, but they're also about new beginnings. Okay? The Ten of Swords can often represent the death of an idea or a very painful ending that is now you're moving past. And the Ten of Pentacles, again, that's that abundance, that's that having everything you need and then some when it comes to this particular resource. So I don't know, because it's a general read, I can't specify exactly what resource you're working with. But you need everything to stay exactly as it is right now. You cannot afford a drain on your time, on your energy, on your bank account, on your mental health, because you're just getting over something like that. You're just getting over something that took resources from you and you've just replenished that supply and now you're not letting anybody else get towards those resources, okay? What you're looking to do is you are looking to team up or appraise what it is you have and then figure out how to make it grow. Because ultimately what you're trying to do is to create an environment in which you can eventually share again. But you just recognize that right now you do not have the ability to do so. You need to do for yourself first so you can get back into the ability where you can help other people out. The whole purpose of standing your ground now is so you can be better off in the future and help other people get where you got. Does that make sense? You're not holding off for selfish reasons. You're holding off for a moment of self-preservation in order so you can, in order for you to be generous later in the future. Ooh. I hope that wasn't an overkill. I think I just explained the same thing 3 times. Chaos and lack comes into our life to show us the things we don't want. Sometimes it's not having and not being able to create, which is what gives us the strength, the fortitude, and the resilience to push onward. And you recognize that not being able to go in the direction that you wanted was something that you kind of did to yourself. So now you're trying to rework the situation so you don't wind up back there again. What I'm getting from this is there is a lesson learned in being overly generous, Aquarius. You've been there before. And right now, you just have to have the self-preservation to make sure you can get back to get back to helping others. That's what you really like to do. But for right now, you just don't have it in you to help anybody but you. And you're feeling a little guilty about that, but you're recognizing the necessity of the process. There's an inner conflict here. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? And it's not an easy energy to balance out. But ultimately, I feel like you're choosing what you're choosing for self-preservation. And if that's what you're doing, Aquarius, there's no reason to feel guilty about that. You do have to take care of yourself before you can be generous and assist others through the process. So I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. And I hope you sleep tonight. Okay? I'll see you guys next week.